Well, good morning, Facebook, YouTube, IG family. Wake up once again with your boy Damon Moss back for another phenomenal morning motivation. Now, today I have a very straightforward message for you. I have a message that is not going to be for the weak of heart. If you are someone who doesn't like to deal with reality and what's real, you might want to click off of this video immediately. And I'm here to tell you, life is not fair. Life is not fair. Life is not fair. Life is not fair. Earlier today, I was working out and I was listening to a little Nipsey Hussle. And as I was listening to Nipsey, I was getting my back workout in. In the song, he said a line. He said, "It's not fair, but it's worth it." It's not fair, but it's worth it. You see, on your road to your dreams and your goals, if you live long enough, you're going to go through something that is not fair. There's no explanation for it. There's no logical reason for it. Something bad is going to happen to you in life. And life is not fair. About a month ago, I got fired from my job. I got fired from a job that I would show up an hour early every single day to work. I got fired from a job that I would work extra hours each week. I got fired from a job where I put a performance of up $500,000 in sales in about 6 months. I was one of the top 5 representatives on my team. My numbers and my performance spoke for themselves. The reason I got fired is because I took Father's Day off so I could spend some time with my family. And I got fired for it. So a lot of times in life, things are not fair. And I was having a conversation with my mother, and she was talking about instances and times where she got fired. You all know people who have been through things where there was no explanation for what they went through. Maybe you've been through some things and challenges in your life where you went through this thing and you're like, why did that happen? Why me? And one thing I've learned in life is that life is not fair. Things will happen to you that you didn't see coming, that you were not expecting, and that you may feel is very unfair. And guess what? That's life. Let's not talk about the kids that are born in other countries that don't have the things that we have. Life is just not fair. And I've learned that if you want to be successful, if you want to be great, you need to be able to channel all of that unfairness. The time you got fired, the time that someone did something to you physically, the time that your husband or wife left you, the time that you were cheated on, the time that you got overlooked for that promotion, the time where you put all of that effort into something only for the people who you wanted, to give you some amazing feedback, paid you no attention. See, yesterday, Bill Russell passed away. Bill Russell died. And for those of you who don't know who Bill Russell is, he's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Google him. Go to Google and Google Bill Russell. You'll see who he is. 10, 11-time champion. I mean, multiple MVPs, rebounding, defense, one of the greatest players of all time. And he played in the era where it was very racist, where people didn't like people who looked like me, right? And he talked about having to deal with racism, having to deal with someone breaking in his home, having to deal with someone defecating in his bed. If you don't know what defecating is, then just look it up. Defecating in his bed. And he said what he would do is he would take all of that and use it as energy. Look at that as a little fire. And every time something happens that is unfair, that is unjust, unjustified, you take a log and you just add it to the fire. You take a log and you just add it to the fire. You take a log and you just add it to the fire. And as I was working out today, I was thinking about the time that a cop pulled me out of a car and tased me in my back and threw me on the ground and told me I was lucky that he didn't blow my effing brains out. And I looked around as I was laying on my stomach, my hands behind my back, the cuffs cutting into my skin, the prongs from the taser still in my back, looking around at the other cops, laughing at how I was able to take that much juice and still be coherent. And I realized that I took all of that and that pushed me to help me finish my workout. You see, you have more motivation and drive than you could ever think. You need to take all of the things that have happened to you that are unfair and use it as motivation to push you forward. I'm here to tell you life ain't fair, but it doesn't matter. You just use it as motivation. It's your boy Demond Moss. I want to thank you for watching the video. This was a long one. I had a lot on my mind and we'll continue to drop more videos right here on Morning Motivation. Peace.